The Hulk, Scorpion, Mr. Negative, the Demons, Punisher, here is everything that we know from day one of filming for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And there's a lot of stuff that you guys need to know. And if you have missed any of it, then stay tuned, we're going to cover it all in this video. So Spider-Man Brand New Day started filming yesterday. The set has been built in Glasgow, and they're filming from August 1st all the way to August 6th. And no doubt in between now and then we're going to get more set photos, hopefully maybe some looks at the suit. Speaking of the suit, Marvel themselves actually posted a teaser of what the suit will look like in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And of course I am editing this video and Marvel and Tom Holland just go and drop a whole reveal just like that. So this new suit looks really good. And I'm not going to lie, yes, it looks exactly like the one from the end of No Way Home, except it has raised webbing, which is absolutely awesome. I love the way the blue and the red contrast each other. It is looking absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to see this suit in action. So, oh my god, yeah, we've got an official first look at the suit. Here it is on the screen. It looks so cool. I can't wait to see this in some of the set photos or the trailer. So yeah, anyway, back to the video. But anyway, let's talk about those casting confirms that we got yesterday as well. Coming in from the Hollywood Reporter, it has been 100% confirmed now that Mark Ruffalo will be reprising his role as Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And that wasn't all. We've got news and confirmation that Michael Mando is 100% returning to reprise his role as Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. This is really exciting news. Now let's break down the Hulk real quick. There have been loads of rumors over the past couple of weeks stating that the Hulk will be in this movie, but not just the Hulk, specifically a version of the Hulk known as Savage Hulk. Now allegedly Savage Hulk is going to be in this movie, but Lewis, who is Savage Hulk? Well, Savage Hulk essentially is the Hulk's most brutal form. He's kind of, if you imagine Bruce Banner being at one end of the spectrum and sort of Professor Hulk being sort of in the middle, which is the version of Hulk in the MCU right now, Savage Hulk is the complete other end of that. Now, why is Savage Hulk being rumored to be in this movie? I have a theory on that, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But yes, Hulk is going to be in this movie 100% now. Now let's move on to Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. Now this one I am really excited about. A lot of you guys have wanted the Scorpion to be in a live-action Spider-Man movie for the longest time. And it has been a long time coming. The Scorpion was a villain that was teased at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming in that very infamous post-credit scene, which never led to anything in the sequel. Now, of course, Spider-Man in the MCU has been caught up in Endgame and Avengers crossover shenanigans, which probably is the reason why Scorpion was never used as a villain. Spider-Man Far From Home followed on from Avengers Endgame, so Scorpion couldn't really be used there. And Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, got caught up in the multiverse saga, so Scorpion couldn't really fit in there either. So now with Spider-Man 4, it is time for Scorpion to finally get his time in the limelight. And it's a long time coming because Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion, will be the first Spider-Man villain in Tom Holland's reign as Spider-Man that has a direct connection to the character. The other villains that Spider-Man has faced in the past Spider-Man movies in the MCU have either been heavily influenced or directly come from a consequence of Tony Stark, or they've been the Raimi and Tasm villains from Spider-Man No Way Home. But Mac Gargan remains the first villain with a direct through line to Peter Parker and the direct first villain for this character, which I am really excited about. Now let's talk about some of the set photos that we got yesterday, shall we? They've essentially just replaced a bunch of the signs with signs that you'd see around New York. So no biggie there, we all knew this was going to happen. However, this one video, which I'm showing you on the screen right now, was of the most interest. If rumors are correct, this will be the truck that Spider-Man and the Punisher will be having a battle over in the third act of the film. However, that wasn't the most interesting detail about this convoy. If you guys look very closely on the side of the convoy, you will see a demon symbol. Now, of course, when there's symbolic reference to demons in the context of Spider-Man, we all know what that means. That's right, Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative has been rumored to be in this movie over the last couple of months, over the last couple of years. Ever since Spider-Man No Way Home came out, Mr. Negative has been a headline character for this film. But no one's really known if any of those reports are to be believed. However, if this set photo tells us anything, is that the demons are going to be in this movie, and of course, Mr. Negative will also be a villain. Now, of course, this could all be a massive coincidence, but there are also other several pieces of evidence and information that really make the demons and Mr. Negative's presence in this film very, very likely. Firstly, we know Kevin Feige has confirmed himself that this movie will be a street-level Spider-Man story. And what that means essentially is it's going to follow Peter without all the multiverse stuff sort of happening in the background. Which means we are going to get links to Wilson Fisk, we're going to get links to the Daredevil story, and with Punisher being in this movie, that makes those ties all the more present. And we know that the demons and Mr. Negative from the Spider-Man comics follow a very grounded and street-level origin. They are sort of in the underground crime family reign in New York. They followed the footsteps of the Magia. They're in the sort of same realm and the same sort of bubble as Wilson Fisk, if you will. So that really says to me that if this is going to be a street-level story, the demons and Mr. Negative would be perfect for this movie. However, that isn't even the strongest case for Mr. Negative to be in this movie. The second piece of evidence is even more compelling. Now, returning to what I said about Hulk being in this movie, the rumor is that it's gonna be Savage Hulk. Now, at this moment in time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it seems like the Hulk and Bruce Banner sort of have it worked out. They are now one entity as Professor Hulk, where he's in his Hulk form, but also has the mind and capabilities of Bruce Banner. So how could he then revert back into Savage Hulk, if you will? Well, what does Mr. Negative do as a villain? What is his main power base? One of Mr. Negative's main powers is being able to mind control other people. So what if Mr. Negative in Spider-Man Brand New Day is able to mind control the Hulk to maybe get something that he wants? Maybe he has to break into a bank, or he has to break into some secret facility, but can't do that on his own. So what better way to mind control one of the most powerful creatures on the planet to do your bidding for you? Which is maybe where the Savage Hulk rumors come in. And then the Punisher and Spider-Man are then tasked with taking down the Hulk. That is at least my theory on the situation anyway. It all seems like it sort of comes together, doesn't it? But moving back to this set photo with the demon convoy. The rumor is that Spider-Man and the Punisher are going to be fighting over this convoy. But why would they be fighting over a demon convoy? What is with that? Well, my theory is that we have to just look back to the original Spider-Man comic where the Punisher was introduced. In that comic, one of the main conflicts between Spider-Man and the Punisher is that the Punisher will kill to bring justice to anyone that he sees fit. And of course, Spider-Man has a no-kill rule. So what if the main conflict in this film is that the Punisher has been tasked to take out Mr. Negative? And what if Spider-Man is also trying to stop Mr. Negative, but he doesn't want the Punisher to kill him? And what if this convoy actually has Mr. Negative inside of it, and the Punisher is going to try and kill him, but Spider-Man is actually trying to stop the Punisher from killing him? Therefore, the Punisher and Spider-Man end up fighting over the demon convoy. That is just my theory on the matter anyway, but it would make sense for both characters. It aligns with the conflict that the characters would potentially have in this movie, and it also lines up with all the demon and Mr. Negative stuff. So with all of those theories and all of those rumors floating around, it only really leaves one question. Where does Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion, fit into all of this? To be honest with you, I have no idea. Maybe he'll be recruited by Wilson Fisk. Maybe he'll be recruited by Mr. Negative as a right-hand man. Maybe he'll have his own plot. Maybe he'll have his own story that connects to Spider-Man 5 or Spider-Man 6. Who knows? Apart from the set photos and the casting information that we got yesterday, there was one more piece of information that was really interesting, which was also from The Hollywood Reporter, who gave us a basic synopsis for Spider-Man Brand New Day. They went on to say, the plot details are being kept under the vest, but you can bet that in the mighty Marvel manner, Spider-Man, Punisher, and the Hulk will fight one another before figuring out who the real bad guys are. And even though it doesn't really give us that much information, what I do think is interesting about that is they do say that they're going to fight each other before they figure out who the real bad guys are. And that to me screams mind control, which also screams Mr. Negative and the demons. So I think it's all coming together. I think this movie is going to be really, really awesome if from what we got yesterday is all to come true. And leaning off that as well, we have one more thing coming in from Daniel RPK, who is an industry insider. He has also gone on to say that apparently from what he knows about this movie from the industry and being inside and everything, that this movie will be a lot darker than the previous Home trilogy in the MCU for Spider-Man. So it looks like they are going down that more mature, more darker path for this movie. And with Savage Hulk and with the Punisher from the Netflix shows, and of course with everything with Mr. Negative and everything, it looks like this movie will be a lot more of a mature Spider-Man movie and will be a lot darker. So I think that's really interesting and that's really cool. But that's everything that we learned yesterday from the Spider-Man Brand New Day leaks, the set photos and everything confirmed from The Hollywood Reporter. That is absolutely awesome. I can't wait to get more information on this movie. But so you don't miss anything, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're going to be covering everything on this movie. Someone coughs on set, I'm going to be on it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.